Hi friends, Miss Symes joining you from home today. So for science today, I wanted to explore things that sink or float when you put them in water. So if something sinks, that means it falls to the bottom. If something floats, that means it stays on top of the water. Some things might kind of go in between as well, so you might have to look really closely to figure out if it's a sinker or a floater. We have a can of pop here. Do you think this can of pop is going to sink or float? All right, ready? Okay, now it's done something interesting. It is kind of floating, but also kind of sinking to the bottom. It's like in between. Let's try a spoon. Do you think the spoon is going to sink or float? It sunk right to the bottom. How about a marker? Sink or float? It floated. All right, now this thing is plastic. So what if I try something else that's plastic? Will this thing float as well? All right, let's check. It fell right to the bottom. There goes that theory. What about this other candy wrapper? I wonder if it'll sink or float. It floats as well. Here we have something else that's plastic. We have a bottle of sanitizer. It's about half full. Okay, we're going to see if it sinks or floats. And it's floating as well, actually. Yeah. So some of these things might be able to put together to make a really good boat. Other things like the spoon would not be very good material to make a boat out of. So next, we're going to try something even bigger. Okay? And you might have one of these at home this week. So I have a pumpkin. So do you think my pumpkin, it's so big it almost doesn't fit. Do you think my pumpkin is going to sink or float? It's really heavy. All right, let's see if you're right. It is floating. Yeah. So pumpkins actually float because although they feel heavy, they actually have a lot of air inside the pumpkin. Yeah, so the air inside of it makes it buoyant. That means that it can float.